Nightmare Night 9, The Pirate's Treasure. Chapter 1, A Spooky Eve Begins. It was a chilly evening in Ponyville as the moon rose high, casting its silvery glow over the town. The streets were bustling with excited ponies, each in their most creative costumes, ready to celebrate Nightmare Night. In the heart of it all was Ghost Pony, dressed as a fearsome pirate. His hat sat jauntily on his head, and his eye patch completed the look, though his cheerful smile betrayed his playful spirit. "Ah, matey! Who's ready to plunder some treasure tonight?" Ghost Pony declared, twirling his plastic sword in the air. Princess Kincaid, standing beside him, gave him a mischievous grin. She was dressed in a mad scientist costume, complete with a lab coat, wild goggles perched atop her head, and a bubbling vial in hoof. "Well, Captain Ghost Pony, I hope you're prepared for some experiments. Who knows what strange concoctions I might create tonight," she said, her voice full of playful intrigue. Behind them, their children were just as eager for the night's adventure. Jack Farmer was bounding about in his Oliver the Cat costume, a cheeky grin spread across his face. Stephanie W. Kincaid twirled happily in her Bluey costume, the light blue fur of her outfit matching her playful energy. Danny Farmer, ever the loyal sister, giggled in her bingo costume, the red-brown hues of her costume making her look just like Bluey's partner in crime. "Meow!" Jack meowed playfully, pretending to pounce at his sisters. "Let's go trick-or-treating, Dad," Stephanie chirped, tugging on Ghost Pony's pirate coat. "Aye, Bluey," Ghost Pony laughed. "But first we meet the rest of the crew." Just then their friends arrived. Fiery Ratchet, dressed as a detective with a magnifying glass in hoof, tipped his detective hat in greeting. Lightning Bass, in his dark and dapper Jack Skellington costume, struck a pose, his striped suit making him look taller and more ghostly. "I see we have quite the spooky crew this nightmare night," Fiery Ratchet said, inspecting the group with his magnifying glass. "What mysteries will we uncover tonight, eh?" Lightning Bass chuckled. "Whatever it is, I'm ready to rule the night, just like the Pumpkin King." Finally, Mr. Black strutted in, dressed as Broadway's Willy Wonka, complete with a purple velvet coat and top hat. He gave a theatrical bow. "Step right up, my dear ponies," Mr. Black said in a sing-song voice. "Tonight's festivities will be sweeter than a candy factory." Ghost Pony laughed heartily, looking around at his family and friends. "All right, me hearties, let's make this the best nightmare night ever." Chapter 2, The Haunted Treasure Map. As they made their way through Ponyville, collecting candy and playing pranks, Ghost Pony's group found themselves in front of an old, decrepit house at the edge of town. A chill ran through the air as the wind howled ominously. "Looks like we've found the haunted house," Fiery Ratchet said, eyeing the structure. Lightning Bass tilted his head. "Rumor has it there's a treasure hidden somewhere in there." "A treasure, you say?" Ghost Pony's eyes gleamed. "Sounds like a job for a pirate." Princess Kincaid raised an eyebrow. "You mean Captain Ghost Pony, right?" She teased, adjusting her goggles. "Exactly," Ghost Pony grinned, tipping his hat. "And every pirate needs a treasure to find. Let's see what's inside." The group cautiously stepped through the creaking front door. Inside, cobwebs hung from the ceiling, and the floorboards groaned under their hooves. As they explored, Jack, Stephanie, and Danny spotted something shiny in the corner. "Look, Dad!" Danny shouted, pointing at a dusty old chest. Ghost Pony rushed over and opened the chest. Inside was a crumpled piece of parchment. He pulled it out and unfurled it, revealing a treasure map. "X marks the spot," Ghost Pony declared triumphantly, holding the map up for everyone to see. Princess Kincaid peered over his shoulder. "Interesting. The map seems to lead to the outskirts of Ponyville, near the Everfree Forest." "Looks like we've got ourselves a treasure hunt," Fiery Ratchet said with a smirk. "Well then," Ghost Pony said, stepping forward. "Let's go find ourselves some treasure!" Into the Everfree Forest. The group followed the map, which led them deep into the Everfree Forest. The moonlight barely reached the ground as the trees towered overhead. Strange sounds echoed around them as the wind rustled through the leaves. "This place gives me the creeps," Jack said, his tail flicking nervously. "Don't worry, Oliver," Ghost Pony reassured his son. "We've got a pirate, a detective, a mad scientist, and even Jack Skellington on our side." Lightning Bass laughed. "That's right. No ghost or ghoul stands a chance against us." As they continued, the map led them to a clearing where an ancient stone stood in the center. Ghost Pony stepped forward, holding up the map. "This is it," he said. "The treasure is buried right here." Princess Kincaid eyed the stone. "But how do we get to it?" "Leave that to me," Fiery Ratchet said, pulling out a small shovel from his detective kit. He started digging, and soon they uncovered a small chest. They all gathered around as Ghost Pony opened the chest. Inside were glimmering jewels, golden coins, and a mysterious glowing amulet. "This is it!" Ghost Pony exclaimed. "The pirate's treasure!" "Wait!" Princess Kincaid examined the amulet closely. "This isn't just any treasure. This amulet is magical." Before they could react, the amulet began to glow brightly. A gust of wind swirled around them, and suddenly they found themselves surrounded by shadowy figures, ghostly pirates from ages past. Chapter 4: A Pirate's Deal. The leader of the ghostly pirates, a tall figure with a glowing cutlass, stepped forward. "Ye dare disturb our treasure?" he bellowed. Ghost Pony raised his sword. "We didn't mean any harm, Captain. We just wanted to share in your treasure." The ghost captain studied Ghost Pony for a moment before grinning. "A pirate, eh? You've got spirit. I'll make ye a deal. If ye can beat me in a duel, the treasure is yours to keep." Ghost Pony stepped forward, his plastic sword at the ready. "A duel it is!" The battle was swift and fierce, with Ghost Pony dodging the captain's strikes and countering with his own. Finally, with a clever twist, Ghost Pony disarmed the ghost captain. The captain laughed heartily. "Well done, pirate! The treasure is yours." With that, the ghostly pirates disappeared, leaving the group alone in the clearing. Ghost Pony wiped his brow and smiled at his friends and family. "We did it!" Princess Kincaid smiled proudly. "You've earned that treasure, Captain." Chapter 5: A Night to Remember. As they returned to Ponyville, treasure in tow, the group couldn't stop talking about the adventure. They had faced ghostly pirates, solved a treasure map, and come out victorious. "This was the best nightmare night ever," Jack declared, his Oliver costume slightly askew from all the excitement. "I agree," Stephanie said, holding a piece of candy in one hoof and a gold coin in the other. "We're real treasure hunters now," Danny giggled. "Next year we'll have to top this." Ghost Pony put his arm around Princess Kincaid as they walked toward home. "I don't know how we're going to beat a pirate's treasure, but we'll think of something." Princess Kincaid laughed. "Whatever it is, it'll be another adventure." As the moon shone brightly overhead, the Ghost Kincaid family and their friends knew they would remember this nightmare night for years to come. The end.